Hey, did you ever go and open up an expensive can of wood finish only to find out that it's a gloopy mess? It's skinned over, it's dried out, it's wasted, it's unusable. I have. It's happened to me for sure. Well, if you're tired of throwing money down the drain, stick around because I'm going to share some information that's going to help you save money on wood finish. And near the end of this segment, I have a special announcement about an event that's coming up. It should be of interest as well. So folks, all of the resources that I mentioned will be listed in the description right below this video. Let's get started. Well, let's face it, wood finish isn't cheap. This stuff is expensive and it's not getting any cheaper. So having to waste it, toss it out, not only wastes money, but it's also bad for the environment. And one of the biggest problems that we face is oxidation, right? That's what's causing it to skin over, dry out, and become useless. So how do you get the oxygen out of the can? Well, back in the day, old timers would actually put rocks or even marbles into the can, and that would displace some of the liquid. The liquid rises and leaves less room for oxygen, with the theory being less oxidation. Well, if you're not interested in putting rocks into a can or marbles that you would probably have to wash over and over as you reuse them, there are other resources that are available and newer technology. So for example, there's a product on the market now. It's called Bloxygen, as in blocks oxygen. It's a canister, an aerosol spray, and inside the can there's argon gas. Argon is inert, means it won't cause chemical reactions or harm you or whatever. And the argon is heavier than oxygen. And so, here's how it works. When you're ready to seal up your can, you kind of crack it open a little bit. You spray the aerosol into the can. The argon, being heavier, replaces the oxygen, then you seal it up, and then you're good to go. Well, it's important to have a really good seal, or even that solution may be useless. I have never used Bloxygen, but I have talked to other wood carvers who say it is effective. So you may want to give that a try. But in my view, the root cause, the core of the very problem is that we're using technology from 1877. You see, that's when Henry Sherwin of the Sherwin-Williams Company invented the resealable paint can. Yeah. And back before he invented that, painters would show up at a house. They'd have to mix pigments and chemicals on site and paint the house, use that paint before it oxidized. And they didn't have a decent way to store that. And so along comes the resealable paint can in 1877. Well, my preferred solution to oxidation involves getting rid of the can altogether. Yep. I like to use stop-loss bags. So these stop-loss bags enable me to take all of my wood finish and put it into one of these 3-ply plastic bags and squeeze out all of the oxygen, seal it up, and then use it whenever I want. You can see this one is Howard Feed and Wax. I bought 2 bottles of Feed and Wax at the same time because it was a good deal. I noticed that as I was working my way through the first bottle, the second bottle was separating. The beeswax and the oil were separating. I decided to go with the stop-loss bag and problem solved. So it's worked out for me. And let me just show you, give you another example. Here is one of the bags dated from 2020, June of 2020. So it's been 4.5 years. This is a mixture of mineral spirits and gel stain that I use for an antiquing medium. And I'm still using it. I just used some just the other day. And it's been in here since June of 2020. I have other examples too. This is polyacrylic. It's dated from 2024 because I reused it. That's another beauty of the bags. They're reusable. And then here's your regular varnish, right? Or polyurethane. Same thing. So these bags enable you to put finish in the bag, out of the can, and you're good. It's been very effective for me. And the major reasons that I like them is it's clearly labeled. I know what it is. I know when I put it in here. And yeah, you can just take some alcohol and wipe off this permanent marker and reuse the bag and put a new date on it. It's pretty simple. So one of the other advantages to using a stop-loss bag, when it's time for you to use some finish, you just uncap it, pour out as much as you need, and then when you're done, you squeeze out the air and seal it up. It's that easy. You don't have to pour anything out of a can, spill anything, get any little extras onto your can. It's easy. And the storage, well, you can see storage is not an issue. Now, if you decide to give these bags a try, I do recommend that you purchase this collapsible funnel from the same group. And I'll have a link for you where you can find all of the information about the stop-loss bags. This funnel has some pretty cool features. Number one, it's designed to fit right onto the nozzle of the bag. It makes transferring your finish into the bag really easy. Each bag holds a complete quart of finish. Now, in addition to that, this funnel is lined with silicone. So if you're going to use a varnish, you want to put that varnish into the bag, and you might be thinking, well, I got to wipe that off quickly, or else I'll have a real problem. Not really. Because it's silicone, you can let that varnish dry and then peel it right off. It cleans up easily. Just to be clear, I want to make sure that I mention I don't have any sponsorship deal with this company or with the product. They didn't send me this for free. I bought these bags myself. It's just information and a product that has worked for me, and I think it can work for you. Save you money and share the information, right? So if you want to try these bags out, you can get a 4-pack of the bags for $13.60. And the funnel is just a little under $8. I do recommend it. So give it a shot. And let me know, by the way, have you ever tried stop-loss bags? Or maybe the Bloxygen? Tell me in the comments section, and I'd be happy to hear it. Well, up next we have some information about the 42nd annual Showcase of Wood Carvings. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Jerry Clark for sharing this information with me. So the Charlotte Woodcarvers Club puts together this show every year, and they are the hosts. It's been a very successful wood carving show, and it draws entries from many other states. This year's show is going to be in Charlotte as usual. And just to give you an idea, at last year's event, they had more than 100 wood carvers that entered carvings into this show. And that includes more than 700 wood carvings altogether. They also awarded $2,500 in prize money. So how can you get involved? Well, I'll have a link to the website where you can learn more. They'll have details there about the event, about the location, how you can register online or in person. So yeah, check out the link and find out more information about the 42nd Annual Showcase of Wood Carvings. Well, folks, I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate all the likes on the videos. If you're enjoying this content, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've missed any of our previous episodes, just click right over here. You'll find a list of all of the previous wood carving weekly episodes. See you next week.